Lucky guys, it's good to hear from Outdoorphoto, and I'm going to do a quick breakdown on memory cards. This is super confusing. We shot this, it took 26 minutes, that's belachelijk, and we just want to redo it. So let's try and break this down and make it a lot easier. We've got an array of memory cards in front of me here, and I just want to break it down. We used to have compact flash memory cards. Think of your 5Ds, your D800s, or whatever. That technology stopped at about 160 megabytes per second transfer speed. We'll get to the transfer speeds in another section. That transferred to the new technology coming out, the CFast memory cards and XQD. But writing at anything between 210 to 440 megabytes per second, the CFast cards were just that, a little bit faster at 512 to 525 megabytes per second. Nikon went in this direction, Canon went in this direction. Doesn't matter, your card uses it or it doesn't. This technology didn't last too quick, so they had to replace it. In about one generation, that was out, gone, cheers. Then Nikon kind of went on with the XQD thing, but the guys changed direction. The producers of memory cards, the makers, the designers or engineers behind it said this technology isn't fast enough for what we're going to bring out. But how do we go into a different direction? Because this used to be a Sony product, and everybody had to pay royalties to Sony, whoever wanted to make the cards or use the cards in the cameras. And the guys found an easy way out of it. They designed the CFexpress Type B memory card. The CFexpress Type B memory card fits into that slot. Depending on which model of camera you have, if it's using a CFexpress Type B or an XQD card slot, with a firmware update, the majority of them could then use the CFexpress. Different writing protocol, different innards, but the outside was basically the same thing. That all of a sudden made a jump from about 500 megabytes per second of transfer to 1,200 megabytes per second. Competing in that same factor was the CFexpress Type A memory card. This memory card, a lot smaller, lighter, more compact, easier to carry around, but its writing speed kind of went up to about 900 megabytes per second, and they're still working on it. Great technology. But some of the top-end cameras have this, and they still have what is the most common memory card on the market, SD memory cards. Now the SD memory cards, the reason why most of the cameras use these is because you'll be able to find this memory card in almost any electronic shop. SD memory cards are the most common cards in the entire world, and it's kind of being chased by micro SD cards. So micro SD cards is the tiny little guy that fits into your drones, your action cameras, GoPros, Insta360s, DJIs, Osmos, you name it. Some of the CCTV cameras use them, and some mobile phones also use them. With this, you also get an adapter. This fits into that, which makes it an SD card. But it doesn't. Stop right there. This is not an SD card. This is an SD card. That SD adapter is so that you can put it into a card reader similar to this and connect it up to your PC. So you don't need an extra reader just to get the information that you shot on your GoPro or action camera, Insta360, you name it. It is literally just an adapter. This thing was designed for traffic off of it. So SD, micro SD. But not all SD cards are designed the same. The technology on SD cards quickly hit the ceiling, and they had to redesign it by bringing out UHS-2 memory cards. UHS-2 memory cards can now write up to 300 megabytes per second. The fastest we've got here is 299 megabytes per second. The fastest UHS-1 cards that we've got, I think, is 185 megabytes per second. I don't even think it's that fast, but the options are there. Depending on what genre you're shooting, depending on what camera you're shooting, the guys downstairs will be able to assist you in getting the right card for your camera. We're not here to peddle this card if this card is going to do the right job for you. So speak to the guys downstairs. Speak to the guys downstairs and they'll be able to help you out with the right card in your camera. Looking at these different cards, and especially on these, we're going to segue into the second section, which has to do with the memory card writing speeds. So depending on what you want to do, what camera you're using, and what genre or what format, what file sizes you're going to be working with, we would recommend different memory card speeds. Looking at the different speeds, the first simulation that I can give you an example of it is when you're driving on the highway from Pretoria to Fourways. Now, for the guys watching internationally, give us a hi in the comment section down below. Tell us where you are if you're not in South Africa. Even if you are in South Africa, tell us where you're watching this from. But looking at these different memory cards and the speeds, if you're driving on the N1 and you drive all the way from Pretoria to Fourways, you get off on the William Nicol or the Winnie Mandela off-ramp, it's 5 lanes of busy traffic, and 90% of the traffic wants to get off on the 2 lanes on Winnie Mandela off drive. It is ridiculous. I hate driving that road. I hate it. But there's good news. You can drive the N14 and take an off-ramp there and hit it straight through to Fourways. It's much quicker, much better drive. Love it. In any case, getting back to the memory cards, depending on the amount of images and the data that needs to be written to your card, your buffer will start filling up. That is going to create a situation where the camera stops recording until it's processed all that information, and then it can start recording again. That is one of the situations where this micro SD card adapter is going to give you problems. It's going to slow stuff down. You don't want it to slow down. You want the correct speed for what you're doing. A simple example is we've had complaints on various different cameras, overheating and whatever. 9 out of 10 times the issue came back to the wrong memory card in the camera. So as soon as you've got the right, I'm trying to hide my face behind this thing so that you can have a look there. If you have the right card in the camera, the writing speed isn't going to be an issue. And that's where the new generation cards come into play. This is a Dalkin device, power 1 terabyte, which is the capacity, but it can write at 3,220 megabytes per second. So if you're shooting something like an R5 Mark II, this is gold, guys. So check it out. We've got them in Lexar, we've got them in SanDisk, we've got the Dalkin, we've got the pro grade memory cards, and there's an entire process that we go through. And we recommend the different cards for different cameras for very specific reasons, because that's the equipment that we trust on those cameras. They're durable, they're good, they've got good warranties on them. That's why we recommend them. Get yourself a decent card reader. Card reader is simply something that you put the memory cards into and you transfer the files from the card onto your PC, Mac, your system that you work on. But these card readers are very crucial. If you've bought a cheap one, you're most likely going to get stuck somewhere. And the other thing is the cable. USB-C is wonderful. I love it. It's the only reason why I want to upgrade my phone, because the new one's going to have a USB-C port in it. But not all USB-C cables are identical or are equal. You do get faster cables, you get better cables, you even get a cable that has a responder or little chipset built into the tip of the cable to read the information that comes off of the device and make sure that it's the same amount in size to that which is written onto the PC or your device, wherever it's going to. But it's crucial to keep that set together, my recommendation, which takes me to the second thing. Take the card out of the camera, put it into a card reader. Copy, not cut, or import from there to your device. Once it's on the device, remove the memory card. Double check that the images or files are actually on your system. Then you take this, and this is the crucial part. Listen carefully now. This is the crucial part. take the memory card, put it back into your camera, and format it in the camera that you're going to use the memory card in. It writes the filing system and organizational system to this card for what it's going to do. Since we've recommended that as a best practice on these cards, the amount of corrupt cards that we've dealt with has dissipated. It's gone. We still get people coming in with cards that we need to recover images off of for them. And I have to be honest, almost all of them are because people don't format the card in the camera that they're going to use it in. So highly recommend format the card in the camera that you're going to use it in. Guys, I hope all of this has made sense, and I hope it makes the whole process of picking the right card for your camera and your genre that you're shooting to prevent any failures, to prevent disappointment, to prevent slower frame rates when you want to capture that action. Get into contact with the go-to guys and make sure you've got the right memory card for the system that you're using and the genre that you're shooting. For now, I'm Günther. Lekker. Cheers. I'm out.